Good morning, everyone. It's currently 6:26, which is quite early for me. I woke up at 5:15 this morning as I was joining International Psychiatric Seminar. I'm really interested in the field of psychiatry, so I have joined this group and we are invited to partake in their lunch seminar. However, lunchtime, Pacific time, means 5:30 a.m. for me, so today was a very early wake up. As you can tell, I'm quite tired, but it's good to get up this early. As you can see, the sun's beginning to rise, and I'm really excited for today. Yeah, so this morning I will be going through 5 lectures, so 5 hours of online learning. We are just starting the gastroenterology block. I did my master's focusing on the microbiome, so I do quite like gastroenterology, and I'm really excited to start that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go back to bed for about half an hour, wake up at 7 and start my day then. All right, so it's 6:42. I went back to bed, but now Stanley has woken me up because he wants to go pee, so I have to go do that. There he is. I'm gonna take you out, sweetie. Okay, let's go outside. I'm really hoping he goes to the bathroom so I can go back to bed. He usually likes to go in that corner, so I'm really hoping he woke me up to go to the bathroom. Oh, looks like he's peeing. All right, so now it's 7:30. I have woken up properly this time. I feel so much better, and I'm ready to get this day started. Hey, Stanley, good morning. Hi, sweetie. Did you go out for a run? Yeah? Have you eaten?
Yep.
You've already eaten? Did you eat everything?
Almost.
Yeah? I'm just gonna do a quick ab workout to get the morning started. Hopefully Stanley here won't be too much of an issue. Alright, so I'm all ready for the morning. I just made a quick Greek yogurt bowl with strawberries, bananas, and some granola. And I got a big old cup of coffee, my second one this morning, and I am ready to go. I just took a quick body shower after that ab workout as I was still a little bit sweaty. Now I'm ready for my lectures. So today I have lectures from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So 5 lectures back to back. So let's go.
By the 3rd week, the embryo is a flat, 3-layered disc, just like this.
Alright, so I just finished my first lecture of the morning. It went over gastrointestinal development in the embryo, which was pretty interesting, but was filled with so many details, so I definitely have a lot to review later. Stanley was really good. My puppy was excellent throughout the lecture. I didn't really have to keep an eye on him because all he did was nap under my feet, which is so adorable. So Stanley has just been sleeping here under my desk. And now I'm gonna take him out for a little wee and a little run around our garden before my next lecture. All right, so I'm a little bit hot from running around in the garden with Stanley. So now I have my second lecture on Zoom, and it's gonna be about histology of the gastrointestinal system. So I'm gonna jump right to that and we'll see how it goes. It is now 10:58. I just finished my second lecture of the morning. Stanley was again great throughout it. He just kind of slept under my feet. Oh, there he is. So now I have about 5 minutes until my next lecture. So I'm just gonna quickly stretch and get some water and do it all over again. Alright, so I'm about to start the third lecture of the day. This one is about mucosal protection in the gut, so should be good. So I just finished the third lecture of the day. I actually was pretty interesting. The professor was very clear, and I have him again for my fourth lecture. So we're just gonna have a quick 5-minute break, and in that break I'm gonna take Stanley, my puppy, outside and get a little bit of a stretch before my fourth lecture. All right, I'm just gonna do a couple laps with him and then we'll head back inside. And then after my fourth lecture, I have a 1-hour break, and then I will properly exercise this little guy, although he gets tired very quickly. So even 10 minutes of exercise absolutely exhausts him. Oh, who's this? Who's this?
Hello. Stanley.
Oh, he's excited. I'm about to begin my fourth lecture of the day. Just have 1 more minute, so I gotta get going, but let's get this last lecture of the morning done. So I just finished my fourth lecture of the day. This lecture was on H. pylori and how it relates to peptic ulcers and gastric cancer, and it was honestly really interesting. Like, I had no idea how common and widespread H. pylori is and how, it co-evolved with human beings. So really interesting. It's nice to end on that note. So I started off the day thinking that I had 5 lectures back to back, which was not something I was looking forward to, but turns out I actually do have a 1-hour break now, so 1 p.m. until 2. So I just had 4 lectures back to back, which was difficult to sit through because, having laser focus for 4 hours is definitely not easy. But now I have 1-hour break, and then I just have 1 more lecture for the day, and then I should be all done. Because I've been cooped up inside most of the time, I'm going to eat lunch outside and bring Stanley with me and enjoy some sunshine and some nice deserved break. I've just assembled my lunch, which is a Mexican bowl today. I have meal prepped some beef, some corn, bean, and chickpea mix, spiced with some cumin and oregano, and then I just made some fresh pico de gallo. Right, so now we're just outside enjoying some lunch. My husband Joel here is also joining me for lunch as he's working from home, and little Stanley here gets to hang out in the sun, right? Yeah, he's pretty happy out here. Are you kidding me? I just finished up lunch. It was a beautiful time to be outside. It's been really sunny in Sydney lately, and not too hot, which is great. Stanley got tired out, so now he's sleeping under my desk as per usual. And yeah, so I'm excited to finally finish my last lecture of the day. This is going to be on pharmacology for gastroenterology, so hopefully it's not too heavy, but I'm just excited to have my last lecture. So I finally finished all 5 lectures of the day. That was a lot of information overload, but that's all right. It was honestly pretty interesting. The gastroenterology system is really complex, and I think it's really the crux of physiology. It's not like the GI system just doesn't work in isolation. It really involves so many things like immunology and neuroscience as well, right? Just because of the myenteric plexus. It's just so complicated, which makes it a little bit intimidating, but pretty interesting. Yeah, so I'm done for the day, finally. So it's 3 o'clock right now. I am going to take a half an hour break, just go on my phone, relax, and at 3:30 I am joining some friends. Today we're doing a leg workout, so that should be really fun, especially after sitting all day. All right, so I'm all done with my classes. I took a half-hour break. I took out Stanley for a little wee, and ready to get started on my girls workout. Hopefully Stanley here will be quite patient and let me do my thing. Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh, you have the hiccups? Oh yeah, you do. It's now 5 o'clock. I finished the workout with the girls. It usually takes us about 90 minutes to complete a workout, Not because we work out that much, but we usually take little breaks in between and chat and just catch up since we're all in isolation. Really, we just work out for 45 minutes and probably talk for the other 45. I'm pretty exhausted. It's been a long day of lectures, but I'm really glad I got some exercise in. I'm probably going to go for a walk now, just outside to get out of the house. And afterwards, I'm going to take a proper shower and wash my hair. But it's around 5 o'clock, so I'm going to take a break until about 7:30, and then afterwards, I'll get back into studying. So I haven't been able to leave quite yet for my walk because my husband is on a client call, and this guy is being very hyper right now, so I can't leave him unattended. Meantime, since he has a lot of like chaotic energy right now, I'm going to try to focus that energy into some training. So I like to do short training sessions of about 2 to 5 minutes, 3 times a day. So we'll see how that goes. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Lay. Oh, good boy, yes! Now it's 6 o'clock. Because my husband was still working at the time, I decided to take a shower in the meantime and tidy up a little bit around the house. And now that it's 6 o'clock, it is Stanley's feeding time. So we try to have a consistent feeding schedule. After he's done eating and I take him outside to potty, I'll go for a night walk. I live close to this beautiful park that has a great view, so I like to go there whenever I can, especially during the COVID pandemic. It's just so important to get outside at least once a day to, exercise and get some fresh air. Although I do try to limit the amount of time I spend outside and only do it when I need to exercise. Hey, dinner time. Come on, baby. So now I'm arriving at the park. This is one of my favorite places to walk and go for a jog. It's just so beautiful. I used to come here all the time with my friends to study, to have some chats, to have some wine and picnics, but obviously that's not possible anymore. But it's so nice that Australia is still letting everyone go for a walk and get some exercise. I totally understand the need for social distancing and restrictions, but it's just so wonderful that we can still walk around. All right, so now I'm heading home back from my walk. It was such a nice walk. So glad I had the time to squeeze that in. Now I'm quite hungry after a long day. So my husband and I are just gonna have dinner together. Since we're both so busy during the week, we really depend on meal prepping, and we meal prep both our lunches and dinners. So I meal prep my own lunch, and so does my husband. So my husband is responsible for making our dinners. He usually makes enough in the slow cooker. That's his favorite. Enough for the both of us for 4 meals. So it usually gets us through Monday to Wednesday or Thursday. And afterwards, then I just make dinners for us every night. I really don't mind. I actually love cooking, but honestly, Monday to Wednesday are really busy for me because I have a ton of lectures. I usually am in the hospitals on Mondays, but obviously I'm not right now. Regardless, I'm still super busy during the week, so meal prep really comes in handy, and that way I can, focus on exercise, focus on other things, and not have to worry about making dinner. So meal prep looks pretty disgusting, but once you warm it up, it's actually quite delicious. We've got some slow cooked pork here and some mashed potatoes. After warming up that meal prep, just microwaving some frozen veggies, we are ready for dinner. So that's obviously my husband's right here. That's a lot of meat and a lot of spinach, and this is mine. So we just finished having dinner. We watched an episode of The Crown. While doing that, we're on season 3 right now. We're absolutely loving it. I think we've watched an episode every day almost. Now it is 8 o'clock And for the next 2 hours, I'm just gonna review the lectures that I watched on Zoom today. There's no way I remembered every single detail. So I'm just gonna relax on the couch, grab my iPad, and just go through my annotated notes. And while I go through it, I just like to annotate it further if I can and try to put it into my own words. I won't do any formal summary notes tonight. I'll save that for tomorrow. So tomorrow is Thursday, and Thursday is my day off. So usually I spend the day just making notes. So it is now finally 10 p.m. So I was able to get through 2 lectures from this morning. I reviewed the gastrointestinal development and embryology, as well as the histology. So those were 2 lectures that I found particularly hard to remember all the details just because there are so many details. So I feel pretty good about that. Having done 5 lectures today, haven't gotten up at 5 in the morning to be able to attend that lunch seminar, and just getting some exercise in and some quality time with friends. So that was really wonderful. And sorry, I keep looking at Stanley. He's distracting me. And my puppy Stanley, who we've had for only 4 days, has been really, really good today. He slept through all my lectures essentially, so I was just able to have him at my feet and not distract me. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you guys were able to get a sense of what being a second-year student is like during quarantine, and good luck in all your studies or whatever you guys are up to, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night.